Hi, my name is Anna, and I am a member of the Altar Reflections team. Today I would like to talk about the identity of a true disciple of Jesus and how we should live to please God, not the people around us, not the world. We will start with John 5:41-44 ESV. I do not receive glory from people, but I know that you do not have the love of God within you. I have come in my Father's name, and you do not receive me. If another comes in his own name, you will receive him. How can you believe when you receive glory from one another and do not seek the glory that comes from the only God? Whose approval are we seeking? In this passage, Jesus challenges the crowd and us with a piercing question: whose glory are you living for? The religious leaders sought approval from one another, but refused to honor the one who came in the name of the Father. Their desire for human praise blinded them to divine truth. Jesus reminds us that true faith cannot thrive when our hearts are tethered to earthly recognition. If we're more concerned with likes, applause, or fitting in, we may miss the quiet voice of God calling us to something greater. This is a call to examine our motives. Are we living for God's glory or for our own image? Are we seeking the affirmation of people or the approval of our Creator? The love of God anchors us to what is eternal, not what is trending. We're going to head over to Galatians 1:10 ESV. For am I now seeking the approval of man or of God? Or am I trying to please man? If I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Christ. This verse hits straight to the heart of every believer's struggle: people-pleasing versus God-pleasing. Paul makes it clear, serving Christ requires a shift in allegiance. We cannot chase the world's applause and God's will at the same time. There's freedom in this truth. When our identity is rooted in Christ, we are no longer held hostage by the need to impress others. Pleasing God may not always be popular, but it is always right, and it brings peace that human approval never can. This verse invites us to live boldly, led not by fear of rejection, but by love and loyalty to the one who called us. Next, let's look at Mark 12:14 ESV. And they came and said to him, Teacher, we know that you are true and do not care about anyone's opinion. For you are not swayed by appearances, but truly teach the way of God. Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar or not? Even Jesus' critics recognized something remarkable about him. He wasn't swayed by status, pressure, or appearances. He spoke the truth without fear of public opinion, and that's exactly what made him trustworthy. In a world that often values image over integrity, this verse challenges us to reflect Christ's example. Are we willing to speak the truth even when it's unpopular? Can we remain steady in our convictions, not bending to please others or protect ourselves? True leadership, true discipleship, and true faith are grounded in God's way, not in human approval. Jesus didn't play to the crowd, he lived for the Father. Lastly, we're going to look at 2 Corinthians 5:9-10 ESV. So whether we are at home or away, we make it our aim to please him. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may receive what is due for what he has done in the body, whether good or evil. These verses remind us of two powerful truths. Our goal is to please God, not just someday, but every day, whether in this life or the next. We will all stand before Christ, not to be condemned, but to give an account for how we lived the life he gave us. This isn't meant to scare us, it's meant to focus us. Every decision, every act of kindness, every moment of obedience matters. We're not working for salvation, that's a gift of grace, but we're living out our gratitude with purpose. When we live with eternity in mind, our values shift. We stop chasing applause and start chasing faithfulness. Because one day, we'll hear the only approval that matters. Well done, good and faithful servant. We will continue to go over important studies that help us draw near to God and live a life according to the Bible consistently and faithful to the end. Thank you so much for watching.